How are you this afternoon? Right over my shoulder there, see where all the cars are lined up. I know they're a little tiny in the picture, but just work with me here. Okay, that is Bobby Jones Expressway here in Augusta. That is just a small part of the legacy. How's the light there? Oh, it's better. It's just a small part of the legacy of one of the greatest golfers that ever lived, Bobby Jones. Well, speaking of legacy, I've been thinking a bit lately about John F. Kennedy. He was our president from 1960 until, well, I'll talk about that more in a little bit. But I grew up, when I was a little kid, I admired him, but as I got older, wow, I started hearing things about him, how he cheated on his wife and everything, and how he was with all these women, and well, that just seemed to take away from my image of him. Well, thinking about that, a lot of people have come out over the years and talked about how they were disgusted that he lived his life like that. Well, unfortunately, a lot of people, a lot of us, go out and do things day to day and make these decisions, but we don't think about the lasting effects that we have. And I just want to talk a little bit about how ridiculous that is, just how messed up that can leave you. Okay. I'm going to use Gideon in the Bible as an example. God, if you read about it, you see that God raised Gideon up. He told him to get 300 men, in so many words, and they were going to fight off this invading army and protect Israel. Well, Gideon and his 300 guys went out and did just that. Well, Gideon, did what he had to do, and he came back to celebrate the victory. Now, this thanking God and worshiping Him and celebrating in that fashion would have been enough. He could have kept it righteous. Well, Gideon took it a little further than that. What he wound up doing, these guys, the guys that he defeated, killed off, and all that, they were known for wearing all these gold earrings and other jewelry. So what Gideon and his guys at that time did, they collected all that gold jewelry. And they made this ceremonial apron out of it. And that was strange enough. I don't know what any of them were going to do with a gold jewelry apron. But after that, what ended up happening, the Israelites wound up worshiping this apron. They were supposed to be worshiping God. What's that all about? Well, okay, let me get on with it. Basically, that idol worship tendency became, a major part of Gideon's legacy. Because think about it. Gideon, if you read about it, Gideon was actually the one that had them make that gold apron. Okay? Give this some thought. What are you doing to properly secure your legacy? Are you depending on trinkets, gold and jewelry, money? Yeah, those things can help the folks you leave behind, but why don't you give them something more lasting? Maybe JFK should have thought about that. You see, JFK's son died young just like he did. I'm not sure that it was JFK Jr.'s fault, but, we'll have to research that another time. The thing is, President John F. Kennedy didn't think enough of his legacy to leave those strange women alone, to be faithful to Jackie Kennedy, to be faithful to the United States, and, well, he should have. It would have been better for all of us. We wouldn't be dragged into a conversation where we talk about him derisively, where he gets mocked for being with women like Marilyn Monroe, and nothing against Marilyn Monroe, but she wasn't his wife. Okay? So when you do right by your wife and your kids, that's part of your legacy. When you obey the laws, when you live right, that's where your legacy kicks in. One more thing about legacy. What else are you doing to secure your legacy? Have you made Jesus Christ a part of your life? If you haven't, I'm urging you to do that today. If you made Jesus a part of the picture that you're leaving behind, it'll go a lot better for you. in this life and eternally. And I urge you to do that. Do it for me. Do it for the family. Do it for society. And most of all, do it for you. I can't visibly show you the effects it'll have on you, but I can urge you to look for those benefits by faith. That's the best I can do, but there are many, many other testimonies that back me up. Well, I don't want my testimony to be that I caught a cold from being out here. It is cold out here. And I want to secure my legacy by continuing to seek God. But I'm also going to secure my health and going on and getting inside soon. Well, like I said, it is cold out here. But until next time, then stick with a warm crowd. Share warm feelings with them. And as you get to know him better, share Jesus with him. Ciao.